Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? Welcome to the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess 4K Realistic Overhaul. This is Dan Ladner speaking through the World of Games channel. And I am brought to you guys here mainly because I love Zelda. And this is pretty much my favorite Zelda game of all time. So because of that, me and a friend have decided to really revamp this game in our vision to truly show you guys what this sorry wow, what was that? Anyways, to truly show you guys how this game should look like. Wow, that was like a little cough thing going on there. So first of all, I'd like to say that these hair textures here, which are really gorgeous, just like the Zelda Wii U tech demo, these were created by my friend Skylar, and I will leave a link to his channel just in case you're interested in his work. And the shield you're seeing here right now is what I've just created right now, actually, right before recording this video. And I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of it. It actually came out pretty good. So I'm going to be spending today showing you guys every area that we've textured, just to really show you guys if it's good or not. You can let us know in the comments whether you like it or not. But without further ado, let's just get started, eh? So, as you can see, all the Ordon cliff textures. We really tried to go for a hyper-realistic look here. Not exactly hyper-realistic, but realistic enough where it looks realistic with the stylized Zelda look to it. As you can see, the grass has been recently done. We are pretty proud of it. And we've done some good color corrections around here just so it looks more like a village. And as you can see, we have started to use bump maps and specular lighting for better looking textures and optimal loading, since DDS texture format's much better than PNG. So yeah, and also guys, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to download this. You can try it out, let me know if it's good or not. Whoa, major lag spike. I forgot to tone down the internal resolution. This is being run at 8 times, guys, so sorry if there's a little lag here or there. And I've also used the post-processing effects. I've used dolphin effects, so we've got a little SSAO going on. We got some enhanced shadows. We've got texture sharpening, bloom, basically every effect you can think of. And that's what's created this beautiful and gorgeous effect. Me and Mr. Space Potato are looking to improve Link's tunic. It doesn't look too bad right now, but I'd say it needs a little more work. It's not shiny enough, I'd say. But it's not bad. Well, Ordon, I'll be seeing you later. Let's move on to the Ordon Springs in Faron Woods, shall we? And this area is one of my favorite areas in the game, just because of how beautiful it looks. The UV colors perfectly organized and well suited. And these have also been recently textured. These tree bark. I really like the look of it. It looks pretty realistic. And man, Skylar really did a great job on these hair textures. Well, let's get out of here and go on to Faron. Also guys, I am really hyped for that Twilight Princess HD release. Can't wait to get my hands on that. And I'll be doing a 100% walkthrough for you guys in hero mode. Alright. And as you can see here, there is some major lag, but it's well worth it thanks to the visual enhancements. We've done the fine detail of this tree bark so you can see every single crack in it. Yeah, if you guys have been following our work for the past 2 months, you'll notice that a lot of textures have changed as before. We like to experiment a lot, and over time we just improve the textures as we see fit, or people just generally say these textures don't look good. So that's why we like as much input as we could get, guys. If anything at all bothers you here, if any texture doesn't fit or doesn't look as good as you would like, you can let me know in the comments, and we'll consider if it's needs changing or not. But I'm sure you'll be right. And this is also another gorgeous area with a gorgeous spring. We've redone the water textures, so it looks much more realistic somehow. The surface of the water, at least. And we've also just completed doing this bridge. We textured it before, but we didn't really like the look of it. Thanks to normal maps and the power of 4K textures, it looks very good. Same with these rope textures, and these cliff textures are also pretty good looking. Sorry if I sound a little quiet, guys. I've been a little sick lately. I got a stuffed nose. But that doesn't stop me from showing off the power of the Zelda. The power of Zelda to the community. Because we Zelda fans love anything related to Zelda. And these cliff textures have also been redone. But let's go to another gorgeous area of the game, which would be Faron Woods. Oh wow, Mr. Space Potato did a good job here. I'm liking the stone. Wow, props to you, man. I didn't even notice that. And oh yeah, the grass is definitely bum mapped to the max. Man, I should have lowered the internal resolution to 6 times before I started the video. 8 times seems like a bit much, especially since I'm recording this video with Bandicam at 4K recording settings as well, so it must be a huge strain on my GPU. By the way, guys, if you want to know my specs, I could leave in the description and tell you right now. My processor would be an i7-4790K at 4.7 GHz, and my GPU is a GTX 980 Titan, overclocked, but only by like 200 MHz. And I have 16 GB of Corsair DDR3 2400 MHz RAM, and I have an SSD, so this is running an SSD, which is why it's smooth, plus DDS textures. So there's no stuttering, as you can tell. So if any of you have stuttering issues, it could be due to the fact that you either have a hard drive, your GPU might be a tad bit underpowered, but this doesn't really require much. I'd say a GTX 770 or above is sufficient for 6 times internal resolution and up. You can still crank down the resolution though. Or it's just that some of the textures here are not DDS yet. We're still in the process of converting them to DDS, because DDS just loads way better than PNG, if I haven't mentioned that before. So yes, we've achieved a pretty good effect with the surface of the water, and this spring is looking gorgeous. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Whoa. Also guys, we've redone some of the HUD, or the icons, if you like the boots. I'm not really a fan of the bow and arrow, but you guys can let me know if you think it looks good. But it's meh for me. The 3D grass is gorgeous, but the problem is it takes up so much performance, because this grass is 4K. It used to be 8K actually. It's probably 4K now. Maybe I'll tone that down for a performance version later. And all this wood has been redone. Same with the dirt. I've got to retexture this guy, but it's alright. We'll be working on that. As you can see, all these textures are bum mapped and are looking pretty spot on. Yeah, not bad, not bad. How about I show you guys the cave? Although we haven't really fixed up the textures in there because we were still newbies back then, so sorry if some textures are seamed in there or might not be as well as expected. Alrighty. But man, I'm pretty proud of how the shield turned out. Doesn't look too too bad. It's like a combination of Super Smash Bros. Wii U Link and Twilight Princess Link's Hylian Shield. And the fire has also been retextured, if you couldn't tell. Wow, these textures are actually pretty good. I'm liking the wood. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it so hard to kill you? As you can see, the cave has been entirely redone. And the keys I just killed was also redone. We've textured most of the forest, temple, and Faron wood enemies. Just like the Bakobobins or the Skulltulas or these rats. Maybe I'll do a close-up right now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. Well, let me get you in the light first. His fur has been textured and his eyes have been textured. Sorry if you couldn't see it as clearly. And we are just generally done with this cave. I might be touching up things here and there, but it's actually not that bad. The leaves have been retextured as well. Holy crap. This area may be gorgeous, but that performance dropped though. We still have to texture this fog, but we'll be glad to texture that soon. Let's get out of here and go on to the forest temple area. Ooh, I just warped to the sacred grove, didn't I? Sorry about that. Time to speed up the process. Yeah, might as well show off the parts we did right now. As you can see, Wolf Link is textured, but it's not our final texture. This is still beta. That was one of our first textures. But I haven't textured the grass here, and I've textured all this stuff. And the stone have been textured. It needs some more bump mapping though, it's not exactly completed yet. This area is still not even close to being complete. We just barely touched up on it. But my goal is for this area to look just like it does in Twilight Princess HD with the shiny floor reflections when you go into the Temple of Time. I really liked how that looked. It was actually pretty impressive on Tentaculus Media's part. And yes, these brick textures are looking really good. And that's about it on how much we've textured this area. There's one texture we've done where the Master Sword is, but that's about it. Let's speed up the process here. Clunk, 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 clunk. Right over... yeah, we've done these cliffs and these leaves, so it looks more realistic to an extent. Well, I guess that's about it. This area is still far from being done, but you guys get the idea. Time to go to the right place now, which is North Faron Woods. There we go. Alright, so these textures are basically repeating throughout Faron Woods. We are going to fix this cliff texture, it's just not fitting enough. This is one of our old textures. However, these textures are pretty good. Twinkle, twinkle. So as you can see, all this wood is 4K. Just need some normal maps. Then it'll look pretty spot on. Everything here has been textured. Yeah, it's not bad. All these tikis. And the inside. I guess we'll be getting back to the Forest Temple later. I just want to show off the main landscapes first. Dungeons can come last. So next I'll show off Kakariko Gorge. Whoa. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, the bridge is textured, but it's a tad bit too dark in my opinion, so I'll be fixing that up soon. It's way too dark and red. It should be a bit on the yellow side, and the lighter side. But these cliffs, I'm pretty proud of. These cliffs are nice and rocky and normal mapped. Up close it doesn't look as impressive, but from far away it certainly is breathtaking. And this guy, whoa! What's up with my fighting skills today? Get out of here. This guy's been textured, as you can see. There's a little blood stain on his little wooden weapon. Get out of here. And Hyrule Field's grass is my favorite grass in the game so far. It's just the flowers are 3D, and you could see every blade of grass here. This 3D grass texture isn't too bad. Wow, major performance loss. I guess Bandicam is a huge performance sucker. And again, recording in 4K is no easy task. This wood is pretty nice. Whoa, whoa. I'm also pretty proud of these cliffs, the red cliffs, the mountainous cliffs. They look like real mountains. So I'm a big fan of those. Alright, time to call my trusty steed. Epona needs some texturing too. The fur's not as realistic. These textures are pretty nice as well. They look like a normal cliff. Alright, time to get out of here. These have been textured as well, all the little details. We are texturing every single nook and cranny of this game. Everything will be textured, even the smallest little textures. We want this to be a complete revamp and overhaul. Alright, Kakariko is loading. Taking a little while. And this area is pretty nice in my opinion. The path was originally seamed, but we have made that seamless. That's why it doesn't look as out of place anymore. And the rocks are all 4K. Every single texture in this texture pack is basically 4K except for the sign. This is probably 2K. As you can see, this has been textured. It looks much better than before. This wood needs texturing. This area is not 100% complete yet. I'd say about 80%. And yet, I really love the way this area looks. This has also been normal mapped, as you can tell. Everything here has been normal mapped, really. This is all bum mapped. The cliffs, the rocks. These rocks are a pretty gorgeous texture. The water, the cliffs. Oh yes, and we recently textured the hearts on the HUD. That's why they look so much more round and crystal and HD. And the graveyard's another pretty good looking area. The bricks we've done in there are actually really nice. The graves are pretty good. There we go. These have not been textured yet, but these have, as you can tell. They actually look pretty nice. And this soil texture has been done. As you can see, the bricks in front of the lanterns. And these are also very well done. And the tree leaves and tree themselves are looking spot on, in my opinion. But let's get out of here. Wow, long loading times. As you can see, even the little things such as the wooden crates are 4K. I decided to make these 4K because they're seen everywhere in the game. Get out of here. That needs texturing. These bricks though, I like these a lot. And this wood right here. It's also nice and sharp and bum mapped. And specular highlights it as well. This is also very gorgeous. As you can see, the Gorons are textured from the rocks, and the body and the nipples, just the face needs work. But I'd say we did pretty good on the Gorons. We've also textured this thing, the ramp, as well as these bricks. This wood has been textured. Now a really gorgeous area in Kakariko Village is the little spring thing up there. Right over here. I mean, these bricks are just gorgeous the way they're mapped. Not too bumpy and not unbumpy, really. I just really like it. But how about Death Mountain, eh? How about I show you guys that? Death Mountain has become really rocky thanks to bum mapping. I've just exaggerated the amount of bum mapping I've done to the rocks in Death Mountain because I pictured Death Mountain being really, really rocky, since it is a Death Mountain after all. Wink, wink. So yeah, as you can see, it's really bumpy, but I think it looks amazing. One of my favorite areas in the game. We've also textured this, the creating, and bum mapped it. Yes, I'm going up. I like the rocks on the Gorons too, they're pretty sharp. And these rocks have been textured. Really nice textures, nice and mossy. Those are also very important textures, so they're 2K because they're seen all throughout the game. Or maybe they're 3K. But this area is just gorgeous. Come on, guy, let me up. No problem, brother. Alright. Perfect. Man, I cannot wait to complete this texture pack and just do a 100% walkthrough on Twilight Princess for you guys. On this and the Wii U version, because Twilight Princess is basically my favorite Zelda game of all time. And it's a pretty easy game to 100%. Well, that was not intended, but who cares? It's not like there's anything up there. So as you can see, this needs texturing, but who cares? We'll do that soon. That's not an important texture. This, however, is an important texture, and if you look at it, it looks pretty stunning. We've textured these climbable, mossy things. Whoa, is that a golden shoe? Forget it. It's not like we need that. Yeah, so this area definitely looks very gorgeous because of the bumpy rocks. I tell you, what would we do without bum mapping or specular highlights? We'd be gone. Even these have been textured. The steam needs texturing though. The wooden crates are back. The Zoras need texturing, but sorry, but we'll get on that. These textures are also pretty gorgeous. Nice detailed rocks. And I believe that's all I can show you for Death Mountain so far. Basically, everything is textured here. A few things here and there. Now, why don't I warp out of here? Oh yes, the Bridge of Eldin looks extremely gorgeous. Definitely our best texture so far. The bricks are just exquisitely done. Just thinking about those bricks makes my language just prosper and philosophize to a whole new extent. Mwah. Voila. This area is just very gorgeous. The bricks, the mountains, they're so realistic. Even the bridge's bricks are pretty well done. Very well done. Extremely well done. These little bobbin assholes are textured. I hate these guys a lot. They gave me nightmares as kids because of how mean they are. Get out of here. Wow, I'm doing extremely bad in this game today. Okay, so these textures are looking extremely gorgeous, especially this thing. The base of the bridge, or the headboard, or the starting of the bridge. What are you doing in here? This thing looks extremely gorgeous in my opinion. Favorite texture in the entire game. What a sight. I want to admire it, but these guys are in my way. Get out of here. These guys are textured as well. They are 4K. And they look extremely gorgeous. No Homo sapien. Come on, dude. Get out of here. So now we can finally admire this site. And would you just look at that? That is pure perfection. Wow. I'm impressed with myself. Mr. Space Potato did a good job on this field. These rocks are looking spot on. I can even count every crack in them. As you can see, these have been done as well. Looking very nice. Wow, sorry about that lag. Again, the beautiful Hyrule field grass. Gorgeous 2D grass, looks almost 3D. Thanks to bum mapping. And this one has also been redone, and it also looks very gorgeous in my opinion. Thanks to, again, bum mapping. I see a trend going on here. Bum mapping's the answer to everything. I've even bum mapped this Hylian shield right now, which is what's causing it to look beautiful. So yes, as you can see, this has been retextured. All these cliffs have been retextured. They look very beautiful in the intro, if you watch the intro. And this soil texture is also gorgeous in my opinion, nice and red. These guys need texturing, but you can count every single patch of soil in this soil again. Sorry, I was just trying to be funny. But yes, the soil is extremely realistic. I believe this is as much as this part of Hyrule I can show off. And an area we recently textured, which would be Hyrule Castle Town. Our next area we want to texture is Lake Hylia, and we are almost done texturing this game. Just a few more dungeons. We got Snow Peak, Gerudo Desert. I'd say by about June we'll be 100% done with this texture pack. And by 100% I mean every single nook and cranny. Wow, why is the game acting so weird? So yes, these bricks and everything are just gorgeous, except for that little untextured part. As you can see though, all of this has been textured. The bricks, even this insignificant texture has been textured. The bridge is looking very gorgeous. And the castle stone wall is very nice, including the door. Alright, I believe we are almost done showcasing this project / overhaul. I'm sorry if you guys don't want to see me go, but we have lots of work to do with this texture pack. This Castletown road that I'm standing at right now is pretty much my favorite texture in this area. It's 4K and it's looking gorgeous. This area is very nice too though, as well as this path and the soil. Trees been textured, and this is basically every single texture in Castletown except for one more area, which our buddy on the Animacon, aka Richard, really liked, and I completely agree with him. This area does look very stunning. Bum mapped rocks in 4K. I am a very big fan of this. My oh my. Is this it? I believe this is all the textures we have to show off. Yes. We just have to texture all these rocks. I mean, not rocks, bricks. Can't wait to do bricks because bricks are one of my favorite things to texture because of how beautiful they can look. Yes, there are a lot of textures to texture here, but we'll be done with them in a matter of days. By the way, I'll be releasing a new update which will look like this in about 2 or 3 days. We just have to touch up on a few more textures, and I'll also post up my settings for those of you who want your game to look exactly like this, because not only are the textures themselves doing this, but they're also shaders and post-processing effects that you're going to want to copy in order to achieve an effect like this. My oh my, if this isn't beautiful, then I don't know what beautiful is. Well, guys and girls of YouTube, I believe this is it. There's not... Ooh, that is looking very nice and textured. That is all I am able to show you today. We will be more than happy to show you many more things. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.